Welcome to the Embrace the Turn Up podcast. Cultural commentary from two guys who want all the smoke. All the smoke. And now your hosts, A-Dub and John.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Embrace the Turn Up podcast. It's your boy, your guy, the pod tribal chief, if you will, the pod guy. It's your boy, A-Dub, the dub of anarchy, if you will. And joining me for this episode is not John. It is my fellow hip-hop expert, hip-hop historian. Of course, I'm talking about the homie Smilez in the motherfucking building. Smilez, what's good, man?
Yeah, you know, when it's time to talk some good old hip hop, you know, my guy ADUB had to bring me on.
It's time. Yeah, John's doing God knows what. I think he's like, I don't know, in the upside down somewhere. I don't know. But he said get a sub. So I'm like, we talking rap. I gotta call Smilez. Because Smilez, I don't know if you know, but last week I took off. We took off last week because I was getting home from Mania. Shout out to E-Ray. You didn't show up to the Mania party even though you in Dallas. You fuck nigga. So he was like, you know, let's take a week off. And the week before that, I didn't talk to any about this beef stuff either because shout out to the homie BA. We did a pod about sports business and what's going on in the sports gambling arena.
Yeah, I did see that.
So I've been letting this cook for a while. Boy, oh boy. So, to put it in TV terms, when I last left you guys, I said we were going to let the J. Cole response breathe for a day. Little did I know, the motherfucker was going to apologize.
Right.
Man. So, the diss drop, 7-minute drill. For those of y'all who don't know, he called up the 7-minute drill because J. Cole does this thing where with him and his artist where he's like, all right, you got to write a verse in 7 minutes, which as someone who used to rap, that sounds fucking insane. And I thought it was a good diss. Smilez, what did you think of J. Cole's response before?
Yeah, I was like, this is really good. This is one of his 7-minute joints. Like, oh, okay. He flexing that muscle. Like, oh yeah, 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm showing you.
And then he realized his heart wasn't in it. And that, to me, that was a sad day. I think what we've all noticed about Cole from that apology is that, I mean, I always tell people like it's real easy to talk tough, but can you stay tough when bullets start flying? And in the words of Kendrick, are you really like that? Are you really like that? Well, actually, it was, or is it Future, but.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they call him Future, right? He asked a nigga if he was really like that, and that nigga found out I ain't really like that.
He know.
Yeah, no, like too. Oh, you said it hurt?
Yeah, I was like, as a guy who always says like, yo, I'm like a mixture of J. Cole and like a Wale world. I was like, if I could live my life, it'd be as J. Cole, but I'd be living in Wale's world.
Yeah, no, and that's, to me, that's the crazy thing with Cole. I'm like, yo, you've been popping this shit for a long time about how niggas can't see you. I remember on track with Benny, he said, I'm gonna go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature. All of that shit sound cool. But in the words of the great
nigga was even thinking like, yo, is he throwing bars at Benny on the Benny feature?
He's been throwing bars at everybody subliminally for years. Like, I'm better than all you niggas, and if you really want to test me, I'll prove it.
Like,
but
Benny had to come out and like, nah, he talking to like the other oppositions. He would
other niggas.
Yeah,
they the
talking about. Yeah.
And Kendrick told you niggas, this is hip hop, so you niggas should know what time it is. And he like, nah. But you know what? I give J. Cole this credit because he decided his heart wasn't in it, so he got his ass out. I don't know if he saw like how the rest of this shit was gonna shape up, but he was like, nah, this ain't for me. Cause Drake came back and whoo,
Man.
whoo, straight up told Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. No,
Right.
we got to fight after
And
that.
did you see the most recent Instagram post?
Oh, the deep fake with Metro with the drum line?
Yeah.
Again, we got to fight. We got to fight. Like, hey, there's levels to this shit. I'm all about the bars, but then, nah, we got to. And, like, that's the thing. Like, had it been creative bars, I'm like, all right, if I'm Metro, I'm just going to go get some more niggas, and we're going, Voltron this shit up, Avengers Endgame this shit up. But nah, he just used straight disrespect. Shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Excuse me? Who a whole ass nigga? What? Bet. What was your favorite line in the Drake response? Cause to me that was, now I got a point to make after that. But give me your favorite bars from that Drake response.
I would say like the weekend bars, talking about like, yo, excuse me. Like, yo, manager was like, Chubb's like little like weed man. What did he say? This nigga weekend out here buying chains and whips and shit for niggas.
Shit y'all do for bitches, we do. He said the shit we do for bitches, y'all do for niggas. I was like, yo.
Yep.
With all this Diddy shit out there, he's like, hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on over there? I've been listening to The Weeknd for a long time. I know they do a lot of coke, so I need to know what's going on over there. I thought that was a great line too. I like the line when he hit Kendrick with like, how you high stepping in some size 7 men's.
Right.
I was like, damn, that's what we doing now. Foot jokes, that's what we doing now. Short jokes.
The internet people was like, we had to find out what size Kendrick Lamar. Did Drake really know who Kendrick was a size 7?
I mean, I'm sure they've been in the same crib. Like, man, I think he got some small ass shoes. I'm like, he might be right, he might not, but I don't know. But do you know whose fault it is that Drake really stepped his game up?
Whose fault is it?
The same person whose fault it is that Drake is now a better father. The same person's fault it is that Drake's probably now a better friend. Of course, I am talking about one Terrence Pusha T. Horton.
I was like, okay. I was like,
because
I'm ready for
Drake
this.
tried that. He tried that slick shit when he came back at Pusha T.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? It ain't work out that well, did it?
No.
Did it? He lost that shit so bad. He had to go back into album mode and make another album. And then he went on a run of like 3 really bad albums. But that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother time. So everybody out there, I want you guys to give Pusha T his flowers. Go stream his music right now. And just thank him for making Drake into a better battle rapper. Because Drake lost that one. But yeah, he's getting his punches in with this one. But I tell you what, somebody I guarantee he wasn't expecting to really, really come back with something nice was your boy.
Yeah.
Your boy, Mr. William Roberts.
Yeah, Rose.
Because
white boy.
The thing about beef is like, a lot of it's like, it's talking shit and it's being swaggy. As my homie Sub would say, shout out to Sub. And don't nobody be more swaggy than Rick Ross. And he do it over like movie sounding beats and like, yeah, and the ignorant shit. White boy, you wanted to hang out with the niggas. White boy. Like, what's going on here? And I forgot, like, oh yeah, that's always the insult to a mixed nigga, is just to call him a white boy. That he's taking it back to the playground. Whenever there's a mixed kid on the playground and like, y'all was really going after him and just jawing back and forth, at some point you just called him white boy just to piss him off. That's what it was. Guys, I'm sorry. We were not good people as children. None of you were. Anyways,
Yep. I saw someone said the same thing, that he was like, "Hey, as someone who had the black mom, white dad," he was like, "I understand that hit."
that should hit him hard. I'm sure he felt that one. But yeah, no, Ross came back swinging, and how do you feel about the antics? Because the antics are interesting to me because Ross is going full 50 Cent.
My thing is just like, hey, I don't know if it was real or not. When he went at your own artists, you was trying to piece it up, and now you talking about, yo, you did a cease and desist on the French Montana record, so I ain't like the way you did that to French, so now I'm angry. That's why I unfollowed you on Instagram.
I think it's weird that like we unfollowing niggas on Instagram and that's beef. Like I don't know.
On the fact that we even care or realize that type of shit.
Yeah, I was raised different. I don't know. Like I wouldn't just stop following a nigga on social media if I had beef with him. I would. To me, the first step is diss the nigga in music. Shit, keep following him so you know if he released something. So you know you gotta get back in the lab.
Hey,
a follow don't mean shit. Like you probably should be following the nigga to make sure, you know, when he puts something out there, whether it's him or the problem we're running into now, whether it's AI or not.
hey.
But again, I was raised in a different era. I was also raised.
I did with my former guys.
I was raised in an era where, you know, you punch niggas in the face if you got beef with them. But again,
yeah.
I guess we're trying to be all non-violent and shit. I don't know.
Well, when he told me, he was like, "I stopped following you." I was like, "You did?" Oh, that's weird. You didn't want. He was like, "I didn't want to see your stuff." Then just don't click on my profile.
Made news before this even happened. Like, who's checking each other's followers? Like, whose job at TMZ or Complex or whatever is to just compare followers and shit? Like, I don't know. It's new media shit. It's weird. All right, so Drake got to come back next, right? Or do we need another shot from Kendrick? Or
we need the Kendrick
Weeknd
shot.
need to sing a diss?
No, we can. No, I'm good with your shots all over the future projects.
I don't know. What if Weeknd, like, I don't know, maybe party next door is disgruntled and Weeknd and Party get together? Woo! That this song top the charts.
Hey, Party album do drop next week.
See? That's why I got my music guy here. Exactly. So we need another Kendrick response. Does Kendrick go for the jugular? Let me ask you that.
I hope so.
I mean, better question for you. What does victory look like in this for Drake? Because a few weeks ago, when We Don't Trust You dropped, I said Drake might want to sit this one out because he can't gain anything from this. He can only lose. So, I say that to ask you, what does victory look like for Drake? Because win or lose, he's still the top streaming rapper in the world.
Yeah.
So, what does a win look like for him?
I guess just Kendrick not responding to anything and just going to next album mode or next project mode. Don't even address.
So at some point, Kendrick and Ross and them stop responding. Is that what victory looks like?
Yeah, Ross. He ain't gonna stop. He's gonna keep going. He'll probably do it around DJ Khaled just to spite him. Kind of like, no, don't post that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like Ross like prolonging this is like it's bad for Drake because Ross gonna make some real heavy hitting music that niggas like, damn, yeah, that's cold. Like the song he did about Birdman, Idols Become Rivals.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate great song in his catalog. And like, I think that's where Drake could lose in this, is that like, if the niggas on the other side of it have great songs in their catalog that are about this. Like right now, I'm wearing my What's Beef t-shirt, which has like, actual dictionary definition of beef, but instead of dictionary definition, it's the words from Biggie's song. What's beef? Beef is when you need find, all that stuff.
Yep.
And that's a legitimate great song in Biggie's catalog about the beef with Pac. Again, Ether. That's a legit great song in Nas's catalog. Takeover. You know what I'm saying? But and Blueprint 2, for those of you listening to that song. Hope someone that beef. I don't care what nobody says. Y'all all can eat a dick. So that I think that's where Drake could take an L in this, because he took an L with Push, because Push is like, he went for the jugular. But these other niggas he dealing with, Kendrick's gonna go for the jugular, but Ross might just fuck around and make good music about you.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for me, that would be more upsetting. To have like a song that's like a really good song, like, damn, I like this. But fuck that nigga, man. This shit about me. This ain't fun.
You know what even make it even better for me? It's featuring a Meek verse that'll make Tyree go like, damn, even I can't hate on that one.
That's Tyree. He can hate. He'll hate. Yeah, he'll hate. So yeah, like, I'm excited because beef is back. Pause. I missed a real good hip hop beef. I really did. Because Jada and Beans, fuck, Push and Drake, Big and Pac, just Eminem and Cannabis and LL Cool J, just Jay-Z throwing shots at the game, like Ja Rule and 50, even though that was pretty one-sided. Like, I miss a good hip-hop beef, because this shit's like, and that's what makes hip-hop so much different than any other genre of music, is that at its main core, it's built on competition. It's built on two niggas rapping on the corner, and it's about me talking about how I'm better than you, how I pull more bitches than you, or how my rhymes are better than your rhymes. And then, as you get to know more niggas and it gets more personal, it gets to be how you a bitch nigga and I'm not a bitch nigga. Let me count the ways type shit. But again, let me do it with these dope ass bars that I got that you don't got, because you not as good as me. Yep. That's what separates hip hop from every other genre. R&B is not a competition. I mean, unless you count all the sneak diss and R&B niggas do to, each other and all the dirty macking and stuff. Not really competition. Country music, not a competition. EDM, I mean, unless you go to a club like they're having like dueling DJs, Smilez, you gotta check that out one day. Shit's dope. But technically not a competition. Pop music, not a competition. Hip hop, yeah, it's competition. And that's what makes hip hop better than everything. And that's why We Still Don't Trust You debuting #1 on the charts. Shout out to Future and Metro. First artist of 2024 to have 2 albums debut at #1. I love it. I love it.
Let's go.
And you know what I really love about, like, when hip hop takes over the top charts, is that listening to the top 40 stations, like, all right, you guys got your top 4 at 4. 3 of the top 4 songs in the country according to Billboard, they're all hip hop songs. What you gonna play? What you guys gonna play? I wonder. Demi Lovato ain't got nothing new out, huh? What you gonna play there, guys? Just wonder. Just wondering there. I remember when Panda was the #1 song for like 10 weeks in a row. They weren't playing it on top 40 stations. As much as you think they give us a little more credit now because they got us on the Grammys on TV, they still don't fuck with us. I want to remind y'all of that. These white folks still don't fuck with us. Because Like That is the number one song in the country according to plays. Guess where it won't be? On your iHeart Top 40. What do I know? What do I know, Smilez? What do I know? With all that being said, I love Rap Beef. It's the greatest shit in the world.
Right. Like, I didn't even know he had issues with Ja until the push-ups joint. I was like, hold on, wait, huh? You got issues with Ja Morant? What?
Oh yeah, I tell you what. That's one nigga. Listen, if you ask me, could I beat up Ja Morant? I'm like, yeah, I got hands for that nigga, but he shoot niggas. And he just beat one case. Talking about pulling a gun on beating up that 15-year-old self-defense. So he might feel invincible right now.
He might feel invincible.
So he might be a little more dangerous. I watched a lot of superhero shit, and when the bad guy starts feeling like he's getting away with shit, he started doing more crazy shit. So I don't know. But Smilez, let's get back into it. Might delete later.
Yeah.
All right, so we do a rating system over here. We do it in buffs because I'm a Detroit nigga at heart. Out of 5 buffs, how many buffs would you give Might delete later?
If you just include, because he only released 2 of them, right? Or you talking about the project?
Talking the whole project.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't think about the whole series or whatever. Project. Not thinking about what happened afterwards. I'd have to say a very strong 4 buffs. 4 buffs.
Okay, I'm right there with you. 4 buffs. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, before the apology, it might have got like 4.5.
Right. I was like,
after the apology, that takes a little bit of wind out. But again,
and then you check streaming and you like, oh, he really did delete the song.
That's fine. It's the internet. Nothing's off the internet forever. Let's be real.
Yeah, I was like, it's always going to be on YouTube.
Yeah. But, after having some time to resit with the album after the apology, I'm like, you know what? Still 4 buffs. Ready 24. Oh,
yeah. Are you ready?
Because he teased us with having Cam on the last project, just doing an intro.
Right.
But to get a 16 from Cam on the I'm Ready beat, it warmed my diplomatic heart. Let me tell you. I
was like, I need a small project from Cam and J. Cole right now.
That would be fire. Let me see. The intro, pricey. Who knew you wanted to hear Gucci Man read poetry until J. Cole would say, "Hey, Gucci Man, I need you to read some poetry."
Right.
And who knew Young Dro wasn't in jail still for throwing that? What was it? Played a hot grits on that girl or something like that.
Yep, that's what it was. I think it was
I thought grits. He was still in jail for that, but apparently he's not. And J. Cole put out to J. Cole, man, just giving niggas opportunities that they don't get them no more. Track with Bass.
You tell somebody you about to take J. Cole, Ari Lennox,
Young Dro and Gucci Man, put them on a song.
And Gucci Man, put them on a song together.
You're like, I don't know what this gonna sound like. That sounds like you was just reaching for shit. But Trade of Truth and the Bees this is a really dope project, and it's really over. I think Cole would have been better off not so much apologizing as much as just saying, "Hey, I'm done with this," and just being done with it. We were like, "All right, I guess he just don't feel like going back and forth with niggas, and maybe he working on something or he going on tour." If he'd have done that, he'd have been so much better off in so many people's eyes. But first of all, I want to let everybody out there know what we're not going to do is we're not going to discredit this man's whole career, because he's got some dope ass shit. His heart ain't in it, or maybe he realized where they was going with they beef, and it was about hoes, and it was about unfollowing niggas, and it was about Ross calling Drake white boy. And he was like, you know what, guys? I just want to rap.
Right.
This is personal.
He's like, I already know what other stuff that might come out about what this nigga Cole got on y'all. So
yeah, like he's like, you know what, this seems personal for the most part. Outside of the shit with Kendrick and Drake, Kendrick just don't like that nigga for some reason. I really like Kendrick. I know you're listening because everybody listens to Embrace the Turn Up. But if you're listening, can we just have an interview? I just want to sit down. I just want to ask you a few questions. And one of the main ones being, why don't you like that nigga? What did that nigga do to you?
Right.
Like, I need to know. Like, is it just his personality? Is he fake? I mean, he's never struck me as like a fake individual. He struck me as he can be corny sometimes. And maybe when you're from the war-torn streets of Compton, corny is just something you avoid at all times, and like, that might just irk his soul. But like, what that nigga do to you? Like, I need to know. Like, with Future, it's obvious. Them niggas is pillow talking to the same bitches.
Yep.
Still not sure why Metro don't like Drake. Ross seems to be just kind of holding the line with his boy French. Didn't like that cease and desist stuff. All right, whatever.
Which is also funny when I bet French is probably like, nigga, I did not want that news coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if French gets involved.
Yeah, because he said he was working on a documentary that was supposed to be like co-produced by him and Drake. So that's why I'm like, he probably like, nigga, I was trying to, forget that. I'm trying to work on some other business.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this shit crazy. But moving right along, Smilez, we had the second album from Future and Metro Boomin, which I just talked about, debuted at number 1. Yep. We Still Don't Trust You, which is a double disc. Smile. Give me your buff rating on We Still Don't Trust You.
Okay. All right. Now, you talking about the whole like 25 thing, or just the real main like 18?
No, give me the whole 25.
I can't honestly get that because like at the while it got to be going too long, and I was just like, this is going too far. I was like, what are the songs that people were talking about that got the features on it?
Damn, Smilez.
So I was like, if it will say like the main 18, because I probably got through about maybe 12, 13 of them, I would say a strong 4 buffs.
Okay. I would say 3.75 because it's not as good as We Don't Trust You, but it's still a damn good album. The track with Cole is fire. Love it. Gracious with Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign in the Future is like a mixture of singing niggas that I didn't know it was going to sound as great as it did. And I was like, I think I need more of this. This is kind of great. Obviously the song with Rocky is great. I think Rocky, again, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. A$AP Rocky is one of the most underrated rappers to ever pick up a microphone. And he's in his beat too.
Albums were great.
Like, yeah, all Rocky's albums are great.
Yeah.
The first one probably being a classic, if we're being honest. Mm-hmm. I think there's enough time removed I can say. Yeah. Which one? Long Live A$AP?
Yeah.
Classic. At long last, A$AP. Great. Testing. Great. Rocky, he's just good, man. And he's in this beef too. Had to let that nigga Drake know he hit it first. Ray J voice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yo, that's wild. If he also touched Drake's baby mama, like, damn, I got your baby mama and I got the woman of your dreams.
Yeah, they talking about Drake got his baby mom's pregnant during running the train, which is nuts. Yeah, I don't. If that's true, and that came out from that, I don't know how you come back from that.
Huh.
And like you you survived the Drake outing your baby moms as a porn star, but if it gets confirmed by, I don't know, Rocky or some other niggas that, hey, a bunch of niggas was running a train on her and you got her pregnant, then Oy. Yeah. But no, that being said, I'm just glad we got Future. I'm glad we got Future music as it's heating up. So like, when I decide to embrace my inner toxicity, it's all there. And yeah, I want the beef to continue. I want more niggas to get involved. I want Baby Keem to get involved, because if anything, he's entertaining as fuck. And like I just get a good laugh anytime he decides to rap. Who else raps on OVO? Anybody? I know it's a bunch of singing niggas over there.
Yeah. Dang it. Yeah, because like
that's it.
Because Four Basses sings. Belly is signed to The Weeknd, so he gonna take The Weeknd side. Part Next Door sings. Yeah, everybody sings. I do not know of any rapper that's actually signed to OVO.
So I'm gonna put you in Drake's shoes. Yeah, I'm lightening your skin up a lot right now. Sorry, man. Sorry. If you was Drake's Mouse, who would you enlist to help you against the Avengers of niggas that don't like you or trust you, I should say?
Oh, that's a good aspect. Who would I just? Because I feel like he would stay out of it and not say anything. I would say Wayne.
Ooh, Wayne's a good one, because Wayne's cool with Ross. Wayne's cool with Future. That's a good one. Yeah, see if Wayne gets involved.
Yeah, because I can see like business wise, he'd be like, nah. Business wise, I still make good music with these two gentlemen right here.
What about calling 50?
I mean, you already did the DJ Who Kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Release,
and don't nobody on this world outside of Tare hate Rick Ross more than 50 Cent do. Like, I think I would call 50 up. Like, what's going on? What's going on? You need somebody to help you finance BMF season 3? Got you. I got you. I won't even ask to be in it. Like every other rapper from the South. Shout to Sweetie, who's in the latest episode.
Right.
I saw her in it. I was like, is that Sweetie? I'm like, I think that's Sweetie, but I've never seen her without rapper makeup on, so I'm not sure. And I was like, saw the Incrans mic. Of course it was.
I was like, oh, please don't make her character like a thing. It's like, I just want this to be a one-off episode.
Nah,
I was like, nope, he fucked her. That means she's gonna be back at some point.
She's part of the St. Louis crew. That's a thing now. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of BMF, the nigga, God. So you got the Techwood guys, right?
Yep.
What's my man's with the braids? What's his name?
Ooh. Dang it.
Anyways.
Yeah, that nigga.
Fuck it. The nigga who's supposed to be his right-hand man that plays Claude?
Yeah.
That's the worst acting I've ever seen. Like, ever. I'm like, yo, I can open my phone right now and find 5 niggas that act better than that.
He's like, but come on, like, you were supposed to do this.
I'm like, yo, this is terrible.
What we gonna do now? Cause I gotta get from under my brother's thumb. He always looked out for me.
It's like he reading the words off a cue card, but like he's sounding them out in his head first. It's literally the worst acting I've ever seen in my entire life. I really hope that character does not make it through season 2, so I don't have to deal with this shit no more. Because that shit is terrible. and I'm not even being facetious. I'm not. No, that's just awful. God awful. On what has been a very good season 2 of BMF. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from Detroit and that shit appeals to my soul. It's good
hey,
shit.
To go slightly left real quick, shout out to, Frat Life and all that. The one that plays the sister, she just pledged Delta down at I think it was Howard.
Oh, okay. Shout out to her.
Read a little article about how she was something like it helps that BMF shoots when she's not in school.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, shooting in Atlanta, it's warm all the time, so you don't have to really worry about it. And them Detroit winters, let me tell you, it's not a lot of moving around the city. So, all the stuff that happens amongst the family, it would have been a lot of so-and-so is here, but T is caught in the snow somewhere. So he's not actually in this scene doing whatever they were supposed to do. Yeah. Life gets real boring in the D because niggas be caught in snow so much, you be like, man, fuck this shit.
Man, fuck this shit.
Just stay my ass home. Going around the corner and get some conies.
Going around the corner and get some conies.
You know what? That's the one thing they haven't done enough in this show for me. They haven't eaten enough Coney Island. If I had to have one big complaint, because let me tell you something, Smilez. When you grow up poor in Detroit, you eat Coney Island all the fucking time. You just do. In the 90s, Conies were probably like, I don't know, less than $1. Loaded up. Chili, onions. Man.
Yeah, Lo was telling me because the song he got on his new project, Shadowwork Demos, it's called Coney Run. And each verse starts off with him comparing like 2 different Conies. And I was like, shit, that's a lot of Conies. That's 6 Conies. Just he's like, yeah, and that's just in my neighborhood.
Oh, like you saying like that's a lot of Coney Islands? Smilez, there's a Coney Island every 3 blocks in Detroit, and especially all the bordering suburbs. Now, the further out you go in the suburbs, like when you get into Troy, Farmington Hills and stuff, aren't that many Conies. White people got money. But Detroit, Oak Park, Southfield, man, Conies everywhere. Like, whenever I go home, that's the first thing I do is I go to Coney Island. I don't matter. Like, I might get a Coney dog, or if I'm not feeling a Coney dog, chicken tenders, wing ding meal, like, the Euro. God, I need to go home now. But yeah, man, like that's the one thing they haven't done enough in this show is eat some Coney.
Yeah,
like I feel like anytime
I can't always want to be eating in y'all spot all the time.
Yeah, I feel like anytime T is just with his niggas, if they're not at his restaurant, they should probably be eating Coney, because that's just what we did. And they were. And back in the day, not all of them are like this anymore. COVID shut a lot of that shit down. But Coney's was open 24 hours, Smilez. So you talking about like 700 restaurants in the city open 24 hours a day. It was great. It was phenomenal. I miss it so much. Nowadays, a lot of them not open 24 no more. But that was the one thing in Detroit I always loved. Like, you could always get you some good food. Late night, end of the night, right before the sunrise, it didn't matter. There was a Coney near you that was open. And again, back in the day, this is before everybody had a GPS and Google in their pocket. You just had to hope a nigga that was with you knew around you where you were. If you didn't know, there's a Coney down here that I know is open right now. And we would just go. Matter of fact, shout out to the homies at the Let Me Book Pod. I took them to their very first Coney Island experience last year at SummerSlam. It was phenomenal. How do we get talking about Coney Island? Damn it, Small.
BMF.
Yes, BMF.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking with you. I knew.
Yeah, I'm like, how did we get up like a whole Coney Island?
No, big Coney guy. When you come up for Kay's wedding, I feel like we should all get some Coney at some point.
Let's do that.
Maybe after the reception, we're all really drunk. Coney Island's great drunk food. So Smilez, you live in Dallas now.
Yep.
How far are you taking the Mavericks to go in the playoffs?
I actually had to check out what the scene is really looking like and hitting for. All I saw was that the Lakers made 8th spot and they got a chance to. They got up to 2 times to win. So I was like, oof, thank you. I mean, LeBron's in playoffs again. Go LeBron. But past that, I really
he getting bounced off the first round. I just want to let you know that now. Because if they win,
they go against
Denver. They win
again.
their 7-8 matchup. Then
they'll go against Denver.
That's right. And again, I don't know if you've been watching this season, but they just as good as they were before. Just as good. And again, when Joker going, that team look unstoppable to me. But if they lose their matchup, then they got to play in that loser bracket against either Sacramento or Golden State. Golden State is Golden State. You know, we still know what they can do. And Sacramento,
I don't want to Clay get going.
Sabonis has been cooking Anthony Davis all year.
That's what I heard. They said like he's lost all 4 matchups or whatever.
Sabonis been putting up 30 on that man like it's nothing. He see Anthony Davis out there, he's like, ooh, food. It's time to feast, boys. I'm about to cook him. So they're going to have to sink off help to try to help him. And guess what? Open shots for everybody. He like Oprah out here. You get an open shot. And you get an open shot. And you get an open shot. And I'm going to take one because I'm not open. But because this nigga's guarding me, I'm open. Watch this. So, that being said, again, how far are you taking your new hometown Mavericks to go in the playoffs? They got the Clippers in the first round.
Ooh, that's a good matchup. Clippers. Ooh. I'll say finals. Western Conference Finals.
Against?
Who's number 1 right now?
OKC. Them young boys.
Oh, well, yeah, they'll definitely lose against them if they somehow got them in the finals. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they'll lose to the Thunder in the finals if some came that way.
Well, I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, they would play the Thunder in the second round.
Oh. Ooh. No, I think they would win the second round. Just because, like, hey, we still got a little bit of that veteran mindset. We're gonna just let y'all know, like, hey, welcome to the big leagues.
So you taking the Mavericks to go to the Western Conference Finals? Who are they playing against? Denver, Minnesota, Phoenix. Because let's be real, whoever ends up playing Denver in the first round is going to lose to Denver. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, Denver, they automatically lose. But I was like, Phoenix would be interesting. Yeah, losing to Denver in the Western Conference Finals.
All right. So Smilez is picking Dallas and Denver Western Conference Finals. I mean, the East is a crapshoot. Honestly. And I'm honestly in the West, I'm going chalk. I'm going Denver and OKC. I need to see it happen. OKC got some young boys, but Denver is a well-oiled machine. In the East is much more interesting to me because we got Boston at the top, but they fold like bad poker hands. The Heat are playing the Sixers in the play-in, and the only reason the Sixers are in the play-in is because Joel Embiid was hurt, but Joel Embiid is back now. So you wonder, like, are the Sixers just gonna like steamroll through everybody else? The Knicks play like they're not scared of nobody, but they're down to man Julius Randle. The Bucks, I mean, Doc is Doc. he's gonna lose in this and probably get fired, and then he'll probably get another job next year because Doc is good at talking to white people.
Yep.
The Magic, keep it real with you, outside of Paulo and Franz Wagner, I don't know shit about the Magic. Shout out to my guy Nick Mole. He's been telling me the Magic are on the way for a while now, and clearly they here now. The Cavs best player don't want to be there no more, so he might pack it in. He got sick of leaving in Cleveland too. He's calling LeBron like, bro, how'd you do 2 stints here? Like I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I came from Utah. I gotta go.
I came from Utah and I still gotta go.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. It's some bullshit.
It's some bullshit.
He like, I should have went to Miami.
I should have went to Miami.
I should have listened to everybody and I should have just waited it out.
Is there a way I can get to LA somehow?
He like, man, I should have just played the good soldier in Utah and then free agency went to New York or Miami like I wanted to. He want to get the fuck up out of there so bad. So,
oh shit.
So I think they gonna lose in the first round to the Magic because he can be like, man, I can't deal with this shit no more.
I can't deal with this. Just give me the exit interview so I can go back.
I gotta go, man. I can't spend another summer living in Cleveland, man. I gotta go. Too cool for this.
Oh shit.
He's like, man, I can't. They want me to play defense in Cleveland too.
They want me to play defense.
They know I don't do that. They know that's not my bag. Why they want me to do that? I gotta go, man. I think that's what it is. He realized they want him to play defense in Cleveland. He's like, Spider don't do that. Spider don't play no D.
Spider don't play no D.
And I don't know if it's that he doesn't play D or he just can't. Because to me, it looks like he just can't. Like he just looks like a liability out there. Some niggas you like, they try, but they just not good at it. Like Carmelo Anthony is the one that always comes to my mind. Like Carmelo always tried. He always tried on defense. He just wasn't really good at it. That's why they won that championship in Syracuse, because when you do a 2-3 zone, you can hide a lot of defensive inefficiencies.
Uh-huh. And
then you can just let Melo, who was the best player in college basketball, just cook. And that's what he did. But in the East, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, fuck it. Boston. Boston's coming out of the East to lose to Denver again. It'll go 6 games, but it'll really be over in 2.
Dang.
Because I say that because, like, when you see Denver rattle off their first 2 wins, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Boston can't beat this team." But then, like, you know, Tatum and Brown, they're superior athletes. They're gonna pull off some lucky shit in 2-4 quarters. But you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, no, it can't consistently beat this team." So it'll go 6. I'm putting it at a clean 6. What do you think? What's your finals prediction?
I like that.
Denver in 6 over Boston?
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. I will tell you guys to bet on it, but don't take my advice. What did you all say? Don't watch me watch TV?
Don't watch me watch TV.
All right. What else we got on here, Smiles? What else we got coming up? What? Oh, Smiles. You got Amazon Prime, right? Because everybody got Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I need you to start watching Fallout. Do you ever play the game?
Nope.
Me neither. But that show is fucking spectacular. Like, I don't know if it's true to the game. I will say, costume-wise, it looks pretty damn true to the game.
Okay.
But the story they're telling about this post-apocalyptic world, it's so good. It's so good. I got 2 episodes left. It's so good. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, maybe I want this to be good so bad that I'm tripping. And I checked all the review sites, glowing reviews, if you will.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw a number of good reviews.
We got that. that Borderlands movie that has Kevin Hart in it. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I did see the trailer for that one.
Last of Us had the whole world in a chokehold. I still haven't finished watching Last of Us yet. That shit was heavy.
Yeah, I still have to watch that.
Halo Season 2 is such good shit. The Mario Brothers movie. I think the run of bad video game properties is over. So let me ask you this question: What video game do you want to see the TV/film producers grab out and make into a movie?
Oh, now I really think about it, like it is a really good run of like video game quality stuff.
Yeah, and you can't say Pokemon. I know Pokemon is your shit, but we got like 45 Pokemon movies, so you can't say that one.
Right. And they tried with that Detective Pikachu bullshit.
That was a good movie.
It was overall it was good, but it was just like I think it's too far apart for another one. But I still think they come out with another one, whatever. But what's another property? Ooh. Street
Can't
Fighter.
say Resident Evil. We got 7 of those already, and most of them are bad.
What about another Street Fighter?
Ooh, okay. I mean, the last one was terrible. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. But you know what? Let me ask you this, because I feel like the world is pretty split on this one. How'd you feel about the last Mortal Kombat movie? Because E-Ray hates it.
Oh yeah, it was bad, but I'm also one that likes bad movies. I'll like acknowledge that I know it's bad, but it's enjoyable to me.
Okay, because I didn't think it was that bad. Like,
it wasn't that bad, but it was bad. Like, not to have a sequel.
Well, I want them to have a sequel so they can like look at everything they did wrong and get it right, because they got some things right. Costume design, the fights were pretty good. I didn't like the explanation of how like they got powers and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, like I don't know what Pimp said it once upon a time, but everything that's understood don't need to be explained. I'm watching a Mortal Kombat movie. I fully expect for somebody to shoot a fucking fireball out of their hand. I don't need an explanation of why they're able to do it. They're just able to fucking do it. Yeah, like I don't care about why this guy can like freeze things. He just does it. Everything understood don't always need to be explained, I think, and that was my big thing. Like, I want to see Kano get the thing on his eye, and then that's why he shoots eye lasers, not because he got a new tattoo. Nah. But I mean, well, fuck it, we're here now with that. But you know what I want to see? I want to see them like do a Mortal Kombat movie, and I want to see an actual tournament.
Yes.
Because like in the original, the tournament made no sense. And obviously in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is probably the worst movie of all time, but fuck it, I love it. It was just how many characters can we fit in this movie under this budget, and they went for gold. But in this one, it felt like they told the story of Sub-Zero and Scorpion right. When they killed Sub-Zero, they nodded to the fact that he's gonna become Noob Saibot, which was always my favorite character in the video game, because playing with him was a fucking cheat code.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think they got a lot of things right in that movie, even if the story wasn't that great. And again, fingers crossed, hopefully The Miz plays Johnny Cage in the sequel, because that's just a role that was made for The Miz. Because as you know, Smilez, everything is wrestling.
I've learned that so much, especially the last couple of years.
But I mean, it's not just something we say, man. You see it. It's truth.
Right.
It's truth. Yeah, another Street Fighter would be good, but oof. I'm with you on liking bad movies thing, because that Street Fighter movie, I love that movie. And all of its terribleness, I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about that movie makes sense. It's not good at all. Like, yes, it's objectively a very bad movie. But the funny part about that is, it's not the worst video game movie that came out in the 90s. I tell kids all the time, I say, yo, y'all know how good y'all got it with that Super Mario Brothers movie. Super Mario Brothers movie I had growing up.
Oh, yeah, that was trash.
That's bad cinema right there. Let me tell you something, brother. The Double Dragon movie? Oof. Rough go of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what movie I wouldn't mind them turning into what video game I wouldn't mind. Oh, give me my Gears of War movie already. Like,
okay, yep.
By the time I spent playing that in the dorm rooms, give me that movie already. Come on.
Oh, which totally kind of random off subject. Have you heard the news about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Are you referring to the last Ronin movie they're working on?
Or I guess in the comic books, there's like a whole another generation of Ninja Turtles.
No.
I guess it started this year or something like that. In the comic books, they are led by Casey Marie Jones, who's the daughter of April and Casey, who's not sure about being a sensei, but she's tasked with being their sensei. It's 4 different turtles, like 2 boys, 2 girls. They all look different, but they're all raised the same, and their names all mean one in like Spanish, Swahili, German, and some other language. All meaning one.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not mad at it. I like the idea of like giving kids their own characters to latch onto in an existing universe. Like, I like that idea. Okay. And I'm cool with them kind of getting away from like the Renaissance painter thing, because that was specific to Splinter. He named them that because if I recall, his master was like big in the Renaissance painters, and they had those books down there. But if you have a whole new group of kids, maybe who's ever raising them was big into linguistics. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was reading about it. They said it was basically the whole fact that they're still a team, even though they're all each one individually like great or whatever. They're still a whole team. Like you are one, but you're also part of a team.
Okay. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. But I also saw they're developing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic Last Ronin into a live action movie.
Big. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, Last Ronin is, I believe, Ralph is the last surviving turtle. And he gets busy, essentially. He goes at it. He goes at it with the Foot Clan and everybody. But he always has the headbands of like all his brothers and stuff. And now he has all the weapons. And they say it's a lot darker, which the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics were very dark. A lot of motherfuckers died. Which is why the first movie is really dark, which people don't really remember. But yeah, no, that sounds dope. And in other movie news, Keanu Reeves, shout out to that guy just taking every side mission that he wants, decided he wants to be the voice of Shadow in the 3rd Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Right.
What do you think about that? So we're going to get Keanu versus Idris Elba at some point.
Yeah. I was just excited just because the characters that Keanu has been playing lately anyways, because I'm like, oh, he's perfect for a shadow role. Already makes sense. I'm already excited with the Idris Elba Sonic Knuckles TV show. So
yeah, that looks like hopefully Paramount puts all the episodes out at the same time. That's like a fun Saturday morning. Looks to be funny. And Knuckles with his deadpan not trying to be funniness. And the actor playing old dude, I forget his name, but he was in the short-lived sitcom Happy Endings, which if you've never seen that, Smilez, it's a perfect television show. Why ABC decided to end it after 3 seasons is beyond me, but when I tell you, it's a perfect television show. Perfect.
Check that out.
It's a 30-minute comedy sitcom. You'll love it. Let me know when you start watching it. It's a perfect show. Perfect. What else we got on this rundown? I was
gonna say also with the shadow thing, they said one scene that was shown, I guess, for the trailer was Knuckles like another hedgehog, because that last one that I battled didn't even give me like a run for my money, and Sonic was just like, I'm standing like right next to you, right?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Those Sonic movies they're just enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you they're good movies. They're just enjoyable. I have fun watching them. Last up on this rundown, Smilez. We gotta talk comic book movies.
Let's go.
Joker trailer. Joker 2. Joker Fouad, whatever. I don't know. I don't speak French.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Joker 2.
Yeah. Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn. They took some ventures away from the comic book. Harley Quinn is also a mental patient along with Joker. What do you think? What are you thinking? And it's a musical.
Yeah, I was like, that just from it already being a musical, it's already just total departure from the first movie. But then again, hey, the first movie was a whole show fucks over the head. Like, hold on. Excuse me, but he hallucinated that whole thing. He ain't with her. He ain't do. Oh. So I don't know what to expect from this movie now. I'm just ready to see, hopefully, an enjoyable movie.
Well, I mean, if you're a cultured man like myself, you know that musicals can be awesome. Hamilton, obviously. I actually saw Cats when I was a kid. I think it was good. I don't really remember.
I think it was good.
Remember what people in cat costumes. Putting in County Spelling Bee. Your man knows his musicals is what I'm saying, Smilez. And not the ones on the Chitlin circuit either. Not them Tyler Perry ones. The real ones. So I'm interested in this one. I've always liked the concept of like when you're watching things or stories being told from the Joker's point of view, he's the unreliable narrator, which is like it's a very interesting like storytelling device of having the protagonist and who's like point of view you're seeing, of it not really being what's really going on. Because how they say like there's 3 sides to a story: your side, my side, and the truth. With the Joker being a legitimate crazy person, his side is not necessarily the truth, but it's distorted by his mental illness. So that, to me, that's an interesting storytelling device. Yeah. That's why the story in Dark Knight about how he got the scars was always different, no matter who he told it to. Unreliable narrator. It's a very interesting, like I said, this is a very interesting device of how they tell stories.
That's pretty cool. Think about that, like unreliable narrator, like, but it's still their truth at the end of the day.
Exactly, it's their truth, but it's not the truth. So when you combine that with like psychosis, it becomes very unreliable. So truthfully, Harley could still be the doctor in this, but Joker sees her as his equal, as someone who is also, in this mental institution because she's crazy.
Yep.
So, it's going to be interesting to see how they tell that story. I saw another thing come out in comic book news is the name of the Thunderbolts movie is Thunderbolts with an asterisk at the end.
Yeah. And
they said they're not going to explain the asterisk until after the movie comes out. So now, in my content brain, like I need to know. I'm like, it's an asterisk because like the government wanted to call them the Dark Avengers, but Tony had Avengers copywritten, so they called them Thunderbolts. And I don't know. I have so many questions that I can't ask anyone without like the Disney assassins coming to kill me. And Lord knows I don't want like a Mickey Mouse ninja at my doorstep, so I'm leave that alone.
I saw one person say it's an allusion to some character that's supposed to be in there, Sentry.
Ooh. Sentry is supposed to be the main villain in that one. I've heard that. And Sentry's like a Marvel offshoot of Superman.
Okay, yeah.
So that's interesting. And then also, they got a lot of heavy lifting to do, especially after Deadpool drops in I think July. You gotta introduce these mutants. Got a lot of heavy lifting to do.
Yeah, I was like, y'all didn't tease it long enough.
They're saying they want the first Mutants movie to come out in 2027. That's 3 years away.
Yeah,
you got
already halfway through 24.
So you got what, a Thunderbolts movie coming up. You got a Cap movie that's pretty much done, and then after that, you got your Avengers movie, which may have Kang, may not have Kang. Don't know. Could have Doctor Doom. I don't know. They got a lot of heavy lifting to do. I would not want to be on that writing staff right now. Seems like an impossible task. Smilez, you got anything else to hit the people with?
Just, make sure y'all listen to the Music Impulse podcast, on the IR Presents, iHeart, an Audible Records podcast network, along with, Let Me Book the Territory, but yeah, check us out every Wednesday on IR Presents, Music Impulse. Follow me at Music Impulse, MUSICMPULSE. Tune into the Twitters, the Instagrams, the X's, all that stuff is called. It's Music Impulse. Buy a shirt.
There it is. Buy a shirt, guys. Smilez, I want to thank you for hopping on with me. Shout out to the whole Anaudiverse, Low, E-Ray. Shout out to the homies on Blurs in the Trap.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he said, the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. Every Friday, Let Me Book the Territory. And of course, every Tuesday, the vibes over here. Embrace the Turn Up. Guys, follow the brand Embrace Up on Twitter. Embrace the Turn Up on IG. I promise I will get my personal Twitter back going. I don't know, a few days or so. Whenever I get around to it, it'll still be ADUB1220 on everything. Until then, everybody, just let us know if you like that. Peace.
Hey. Or you